we are not focused on going public in the foreseeable future. We're focused on building the business, on investing in our future, and we do believe that there are benefits to being private during this period of very, very rapid growth. We're willing to fund, in some sense, our equivalent of research and development in our space to rapidly grow the business, whereas if we were publicly held, there would probably be more demands for short-term returns on capital and dividends back to shareholders and so on and so forth. So right here, right now, there's a real focus on invest in the business, reinvest in the business, focus on maximizing our long-term potential that we can do at the scale we're at today. And at some point in time, the capital demands of the business will push us towards being public, but we're not there yet. Now, having said this, as a country, we need to make being public much more attractive. And over the last 20-some years, the SEC, often coming from a good place, so for example, Sarbanes-Oxley came from a very good place, but the quilt work of regulatory burdens on public companies has become so great that you're seeing a rapid diminution in the number of public companies. And you're seeing privately held firms stay private much, much longer, and you're seeing these pools of capital that facilitate private firms staying private much, much longer. You know, I was with a large private equity firm just a few days ago. They came to us with a proposition to invest $5 billion into Citadel Securities for a minority stake that would facilitate us staying private longer. Now, that sounds wonderful from our perspective, but that's a negative story about the functioning of our public capital markets. We need to make being public in the United States a much more attractive proposition, because I do believe when it's all said and done, investors having the ability to access the emerging, rapidly growing public companies is one of the ways that we broaden capital ownership in the United States, broaden the shareholder base of the American people. Like, American households are almost unique in the world in how much they invest in our stock market. And when people at the household level invest in the stock market, they gain an appreciation for business, for capitalism, for the rule of law, and for how an economy functions and works. And we should really nourish that as a nation.